So, hello, my name is Yadiel. I'm a senior at Metropolitan Academy. I'm a part of the 2025 graduating class, as you guys know. And next year, or this year actually, I'm going to be going to Southern Connecticut State University. At Metro, I sold 18 boxes of donuts to raise money for FBLA. I received a seal by literacy. I'm a TA for Metro's library, and outside of school, I do boxing, and I did volunteer work that I'll speak on in the future slides. So, for the 21st century competencies, I'll be talking about my SIF method, my brand careers project, my mock interviews, the American Experience project, my resume, and the FBLA event. So, for problem solving and critical thinking, I chose my SIF method. Kayla and I made a slideshow explaining the different methods of SIF and how they're useful. We demonstrated different scenarios for each method so our audience can fully understand how SIF works. I gave myself an exemplary for this project. I used problem solving to overcome challenges and understanding how SIF actually works. Kayla and I went through many edits on how we can make the project better. I used critical thinking to evaluate which slides needed to be revised or redone. Ms. Capoli gave us plenty of time to give us feedback, and she just helped us just come up with a solution. So this is SIF, which stands for Stop, Investigate the Source, Find Better Coverage, and Trace Claims, Quotes, and Media to the Original Context. And you could use this like if you're like doing a research paper or something and you want to confirm your sources. So for accessing and analyzing information, I chose my branding careers project. For this project, I chose research forensics accounting, which is a career that I'm interested in pursuing. I researched all the things someone should know before getting into the field, from the job description all the way to the salary. I also researched Southern Connecticut State University, the school that I'm going to, and the accounting program that they have. I rated myself a COXC for this project because of all the information I gathered. I carefully selected multiple credible sources. I compared them, and I chose which one would be the most valuable for my project. One of the sources that I used was accounting.com, which is a website that offers resources and information, and it was created by industry professionals. I organized my information using multiple methods and compiled the information into one infographic. And so if anybody just wants to get into accounting, they could use that website, which they have a lot of resources and information. For communication and collaboration, I chose my mock interview. This was a very long process from creating my resume to my mock interview trial. This project taught me many things and was a preparation for the future. I learned how to make a resume, a cover letter, and I also learned how to fill out an application the right way and communicate independently. I gave myself a COXC for this project. I constantly had to communicate with Jan, the HR director for the Ennis Byron Consulting Agency, which is the place I was applying to. I had to send over my resume, my application, my cover letters, and my references as well. One of my interviews was a panel interview where I had to work with the other interviewees to come up with a solution for their questions. So that demonstrated my collaboration. I articulated things about myself in the one-on-one interview, speaking on my past experiences. I show respect to the interviewers by shaking their hands and handing in all my documents on time. For creativity and innovation, I did the American Experience project from my junior year. This short film demonstrated racist behaviors that occur in the real world. We were asked to compare this to someone who experienced discrimination, and I chose Julia Alvarez, which is she was discriminated when she was younger, as was shown in the video. In the video, these two teenagers were being discriminated for being Hispanic and not American, just how Julia Alvarez was. And I don't know if you guys want to watch the video. It's kind of
just show a few seconds of it.
All right. So the Hispanics are basically being bullied, and because they're not from America, but they ended up winning the game. Yeah, they were acting bad, but then they ended up winning after. I don't know what happened there. I'll skip a little bit. Skip a little bit. So here, the principal came in, Damari. Um, we got in trouble, so he just came in to try to resolve the solution.
Tell me. Which I can you suck, bro. You not messing, bro. You suck. Okay. We are American. Who cares if he's there? They're not Americans. Listen here. Stop touching me. Listen here. Don't mention it. We don't listen. We're all American. That's what we are. We're all American. Who cares of race? Who cares of dignity? We need a man up. He's again. We're all American. We're all one. Put your hand up. Nobody cares about that, bro. Listen, who do you think you are? You gotta care about that. I ain't said I was here. I'm sorry, bro. What's up? You guys are man black. Look at the Mexicans. Look at him. And guess what? What does it matter? You don't belong here. Sit down. You don't belong, Muhammad. You don't belong here, bro.
So the whole point was that it doesn't matter what race your ethnicity. You don't have to be racist. Oh yeah, so for initiative, did I read my? Yeah, so I gave myself an XC for this project. This was one of my most creative projects I made. The video seemed more as a movie than just a short script. Like the intensity was felt, the background was dramatic, and the acting was authentic. It was also enjoyable to make. There were setbacks in this project when it came to the recording, because while the time it was recording, there was like a lot of absences and stuff. Like people, they weren't showing up. But we embraced the challenges and persevered. For initiative, self-direction, and accountability, in my branding careers class, I created a resume that required revising and editing. The process of creating this resume made me aware about things I didn't know about myself. This resume was used at my mock interview. I rated myself an XC. I believe I have a strong resume that is well organized and effectively highlights my skills and experiences. This process required accountability as I managed my time efficiently and took responsibility for presenting myself in the best possible way. I also took initiative in this task by independently using my own experiences without being guided on what to include. For citizenship and responsibility, I chose my FBLA event. This event was done by FBLA members where we demonstrated different types of real-life categories to teach students about responsibility and life choices. Students were given fake profiles to just go around and make financial decisions that were convenient for them. So for my table, I had transportation, and I was assisting like the freshmen at like what cars they could, like let's say they had like a low profit, like a low budget, then I would like tell them what car is best for them. I rated myself an exemplary because of how successful the FBLA turned out to be. I demonstrated citizenship and responsibility by contributing to the school community and organizing an educational event that helps students learn about real life responsibilities and decision making. For my community service, I did it at a restaurant kitchen. I helped label and organize food. I spent most of my time gathering all the foods and putting them in a section where they belong. I completed over 40 hours in the fall between the months of September to November. I enjoyed doing my community service here because it felt like I made a difference. And for my internship, I'm completing it right now as a TA for the library. I learned many things as a TA that I'll take with me going forward, like working a Cricut machine, using the SIFT method, and editing videos. Dave, any questions?
Nice job. Very good job.
Yeah, excellent.
What's plans for next year?
I'm going to Southern to my major in accounting.
Nice. Very good.
It's awesome.
Okay.
Let's see. No, I think everything was good. Yeah, no, excellent.
What class did you did your video? What class was that for again?
English for Miss Lawless.
Miss Lawless.
Last year.
American Innovation.
Oh, okay. So again, what do you think your strongest skill is?
Definitely. Probably accessing and analyzing information. Like I think that I'm good at researching stuff, and my weakest would probably be creativity and innovation.
Creativity?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I think you did a solid job. I think you did a really good job. Very proud of yourself.
Thank you.
Are you living on campus or are you commuting?
Community.
Nice, man. What are you most excited for getting to Southern?
I don't know. I just want it to be a different experience from high school.
Okay.
It definitely will be that,
Yeah.
for sure. I like the forensic accounting too. Awesome field.
Thank
you.
Very nice.
Good job.
Yeah, excellent.
Thank
Excellent.
you.
Very nice job.